Okay, so we're still talking about algorithms, and in this section we're going to look at sorts. Sorts are the most common algorithms that you will use throughout programming. There are going to be times that you need to sort through different lists or tuples and get the information in a correct order before you start working on it. Now, one of the sorts that we're going to be looking at today is the copy sort. Now this takes a list and it copies the entire list, does not change anything of that list, but makes a copy of it, makes the changes needed, and then you can use that new list that you've created for whatever you are trying to do. So let's look at how a copy sort works. So right here we are going to define a function, and this function we're going to name it copy sort. We are going to be passing it an array or a list of numbers, and we are going to copy that information into copy. Then we have sorted copy, which is empty, and that's where we're going to be placing our new array, is in sorted copy. Down here is our algorithm. So we have while length of copy, meaning the length of the list that we passed it, is greater than 0, we are going to be performing this loop. So we say minimum equals 0 for element in range 0 length of copy. If copy element less than copy minimum, then we are going to take that element and we are going to place it in minimum. We're going to start out with 0. As long as once it's less than, we put it in here, and then we are going to remove the value from our original list and place it into our sorted list. And we're going to do some prints, and when we get done, this is what you should see. So here it's removing the value of 1. It's gone through and it's found 1, and it's removing the value of 1 and it's placing it in its copy sort. Then it goes through and it looks at 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and places them in the correct order. So here's what this looks like in Python. I went ahead and added 2 more print statements so that you guys can see what's happening within that if statement. So we're going to click run. And when we run this, we see that we're starting our copy sort. We have our original array. Min is 1. That's the smallest number in here. And element is 1. So we look and we see min 2, element 2, and it says, well, min is 1. So we're going to remove that 1 that we have, and we're going to remove it from the array, and we are going to place it in our copy sort. Then we come down here, and now it's going to remove value 2 because 2 is the smallest in this list of numbers, and we place it down. So then it comes down here and it looks and it says, okay, well 3 is the smallest. So we're going to take that and we're going to place 3 down here. Then it looks again, it says, well 2 is the next smallest. So if 2 is the smallest, 4 is greater than 2, so we're going to put 4, then we're going to put 5, and then we're going to put 6. So now we have our copied array in the correct order, and then we have our array, the original array. Nothing's changed about that array. Now you can come in here if you wanted, and you could put in other print statements. These are called debug statements, or well, debug statements. They're used to help you look at what's happening in your array or in your algorithm so that you can see it as it's happening. So now if I run this, now I get, now I have the removing because of where I put the print. So here, because I changed where my print is, I have my, looks a little different. Here I have removing value 5, and then removing value 3, removing value 1, then back to 5, 3, 2, and then it goes all the way down until it gets done. So, you know, depending on where you put your prints and how you put your prints in there will depend on what you see. So this print was actually supposed to be after the for loop, not after the if. So if I run this again, and now I'm going to get a different print because it's in a different area. So now I get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just depending on what you're trying to see in your print, if I moved it again to the while, we'd get a totally different place of what's, oh, I gotta move sorted over. And now all I get is the copy sort and the array. So it's just different ways of looking at it and different ways of seeing what's happening in your different arrays so that you can kind of find out what's going on. Print statements help with that. And I'm going to put these back where they're supposed to be, run it one more time to make sure that I have everything where it needs to be, and here we go. So if you have any questions, just let me know. This is a copy sort. Remember, the original array does not change in a copy sort.